Hey there, studio owner. This is Ginger, and I just want to say if you are new here, welcome. This is Dance Studio Owner Life Coaching, and I just have to say that I'm so happy it is summer. I have long been waiting for myself to go on sabbatical and take a little break from teaching dance for about 25 years. And when I think about what I want to do this summer on the podcast, I always like to bring money, mindset, and self care. But in particular, this summer, I thought, you know what? Many of you probably have a different schedule in the summer. Maybe your kids are home from school, navigating summer programs and camps and family gatherings, vacations, maybe even going to conferences. So I am going to do my very best this summer to offer as many 10-minute episodes as possible because you're probably on the go, joining in from your jog or in the car. So today I want to say that this time of year, while the rest of the world is like vacation and they think about renewal kind of in the beginning of the year in January. For many studio owners, summer break is that reset. It is the time for a reset, renewal, making plans, making new commitments to ourselves. And so I invite you to think about the things that are most important to you, the things that you feel have been tugging on your heartstrings, the story that is deep within your soul that you have been afraid to let free. I encourage you to lean into who you really are because oftentimes we get stuck in a cycle of doing things to please other people. And when we spend so much time trying to please other people, give them what they want, the customer is always right, it is so easy, my friends, to lose yourself. And you, dear studio owner, are the most valuable asset of your business. Without you and you being who you really are, staying true to yourself and your vision for your company, without you, that business loses itself and its most valuable asset. We talk about human resources, and a lot of times we say human resources, and we're thinking about hiring, firing, promoting, um, staff development. But at the core of it, it's that we have resources that enrich, grow, maintain a business. And the humans are the most important assets and resources. It's not the office paper. It's not the nice Marley floor. It's not your sound system. It's the people. And the person at the top is the most valuable player because they are the ones that set the tone for the entirety of the staff. One thing that I want to point out is that so many of us coaches in the business entrepreneurship coaching space, we talk about being free. We talk about freeing up our time, delegating the work. We talk about building up your team so the business can run without you. And I want to put a big fat caution on that because the goal is not to be absent of your business, or the goal is not for everyone to sell their business for a profit and just start another one. That's not everybody's goal. The goal is to have the flexibility and the freedom to act in the business the way that you want so that you can lead with authenticity and create the best possible version of this studio. So when I say that, I mean to say that if you have delegated to the point that you were absent from the business, if you have built up your team to the point where they don't need your input for decisions, remember too that you are still the owner. And so while they may be able to act on your behalf while you were on vacation, and so while they may be able to choreograph and create beautiful things for your competition or company programs, You are still the leader and the driver of the business. And see, what can happen is if we develop our team so great, if we delegate everything out, but we leave the most valuable piece out of the puzzle, then your business will be lost and will lose the connection to the mission for which you've created it. And so, this is the thing, without you as the visionary, without you as the creative, without you looking forward 3, 5, 10 years down the line, without you noticing from above what the culture shifts are, without you paying attention to the financial numbers, without you paying attention to trends in marketing enrollment, the business is lost. I don't care how much you delegate, I don't care how great your team is. It needs leadership. And that is the piece that is so important. Because you could have managers and directors who oversee different elements of the business, but those people need a leader. Your managers and directors need a leader. Your teachers need a leader. Your rising leaders that are students that one day will become assistants, that will one day maybe go on to become dance teachers or administrators, they need a leader too. And that's you. When I think about leadership, I think about a person that is ever evolving. That when you set the vision and the mission for your business, that is something that is a living, breathing thing, because that's what you are. If the business is shifting and changing and about something different than what it was 5 years ago, that's okay, as long as it's being led by you. It can't be because you just stopped caring. Some of us have reached our goals and don't know what to do next. Some of us have the salary, the benefits, the building, the floors. There's nothing else to build out. Maybe you could touch up some paint here and there. Some of you have incredible staff that are dependable and wonderful. Some of you've paid off all your debts and you're free in that regard, and yet you don't know what the heck to do now that you have reached your dang goals. This is a challenging place to be in, right? Because part of you feels guilty because you've reached a level of success that some people may never see in a lifetime. If you have a business that's still around through multiple recessions and a pandemic and all the ups and downs of life and raising children and financial strain and bounce backs and comebacks, if you have a business that is paid off of tens of thousands of dollars, you might feel a little guilty because you've reached a level of success you don't even want to talk about in front of other people because you won't fit in. You might be part of a studio owner group and they're talking about things that you have evolved beyond, and you are looking for what's next for you. You've been coached out. You've done all the programs and the seminars. What is next for you? My friends, I invite you to consider this period in your life because it might be time for you to rise as a leader. If you're no longer fitting in the rooms that you're in, maybe it's because you've been denying the fact that you are a visionary. You are a leader, and you are the inspiration that somebody else needs. So whether you're a visionary and a leader and a teacher within your own business, or you reach out into the wider community, the wider world, and you help another studio owner, or you inspire a new business owner, or you help out somebody in need, I offer to you that the greatest fulfillment you might need is not to get the latest curriculum. The greatest fulfillment you might need is not to do another trip to Disney. The fulfillment that you might need is service. Service to others, giving to others, renewing your spirit, knowing that you have paid it forward to help others, to give back to your community, to the dance community, to a dancer, to a teacher, to a studio owner. I offer that your fulfillment and your vision might go beyond leading in your local studio. It could be that you had the seed sown within your soul to help somebody else. So I invite you to do this summer while you're sipping your lemonade, enjoying the pool, going on vacation, checking on those cameras at the studio to see things and how they're doing. I invite you to think of a way that you can pay it forward. If you have had strong mentors and leaders in your life who have fed your soul and given you all that you need to grow your business and your life to the way that you've imagined, I offer that you then pay it forward. Support that teacher in your business who's so darn good, but they just need the help. Support that parent who just needs the help. Support, give back in some way, shape, or form. And that, my friend, will be so fulfilling. That will be so fulfilling. My friends, I did go a little bit over my 10 minutes, and I just felt so passionate about sharing this message because a lot of us are getting to this point. If you've been in business approaching that 20, 25, 30, 40-year mark, you might be like, I did it all. I've done all the things. What's next? And I'm telling you, it's to give back. Friends, I just want to throw in one quick thing before I head out. I have a newsletter that I send out twice a month, just sharing practical information for money, mindset, and business for free, no strings attached, no sales pitch, because it is good to share and give back. So that website again, thestudioownerlifecoach.com/newsletter. Sign up. I send it out on the 1st and the 15th of each month, and I cannot wait to connect with you. Until next time, I wish you the very best.